Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Open Mic'd. My name is Mike DeVore, and this is a podcast where I talk about my mental health. Um, if you listened to last week's episode, I made a case for me uh, wanting to interview Kanye West, and some people supported it, some people questioned it, which rightfully so. Like if I, I I think a lot of people care about me as a person, so I don't think anybody has attacked me or put me down negatively. I just want to say thank you guys so much for even taking the time to listen to the podcast or watching it and just hearing me out. Um, it got to a point though where it got overwhelming, and I just had to take a step back and just be like, you know what, I said what I needed to say. Um, it's out there in the ether. Might as well just walk away. That I've been having a lot of anxiety recording this follow-up episode, not because I am scared to admit anything, but it's like what else do I talk about in regards to my mental health? Like, this has been a very good week. Um, there has been ups and downs. Like, every day I experience some type of low. I also experience some type of high, but it's hard to it's hard to navigate sometimes. What I found that helps me out the most is reaching out to people and talking to them, just trusting my support group to know that it's there for me. I think it's easy to not want to burden anybody with our personal demons. Like, I know personally for me, part of the reason why I was so hesitant to reach out to people is because I don't want to bring people down. Like, I don't want to what's the word? I don't want to, if someone's having a good day, I don't want to bum them out with with my depression. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to put that burden on them and ruin their day. But fortunately, someone really close to me, I told her that, when we started talking, she she was having a great day, and she could sense that something was off with me, and I admitted that I don't want to tell her because I don't want to ruin her day. And the loving person that she is, she was just like, Mike, does it make you feel better when you talk about things? And I was like, yes, it does. And she's like, it makes me feel better to know that you feel better about talking about things. So, in a nutshell, that person proved to me why she's part of my support group. She knows who she is, and I'm greatly appreciative of her for helping me out. Um, yeah, it's so funny because it's like, what was I going to talk about this week? I need to start writing down. I think one thing that I'm gonna start doing this week, so that way I have something like a jumping off point, is to document why I experience certain lows. Like, I don't want it to be oh, woe is me type of podcast, but part of the reason why I did do this is like to pay it forward, to let people know that they're not alone. When I hear other people share their stories, or when other people are willing to be vulnerable to put themselves out there, I resonate with that. I gravitate towards that because it's like, okay, there is somebody being absolutely real, and just there's no bullshit going on with it. They're being genuinely vulnerable, and that's just something that I don't see a lot on social media. I feel that we put the best versions of ourselves online, and which further reinforces that negative feeling of feeling like you're alone, because when everyone's posting all the positive shit, ultimately it's like, I know I know you're not always positive. I know like there are issues, but no one wants to admit that. So part of me doing this is to let people know it's like, yeah, this is what I'm going through. If you connect with it, that's awesome. If not, that's awesome too. Just know that I will be here when you decide to connect with it. You'll come around. um, but yeah, a couple people reached out to me this week to let me know that they really appreciate what I'm doing. Um, like they're not willing to, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but like like I said, some people were oh, I don't know if I'm ready to put myself out there just yet. But I appreciate what you do, and that's okay. That's okay. The fact that the fact that you were willing to reach out to me lets me know it's like okay, people are listening, people are connecting with it. Um, because it's tough, dude. Like it is crazy to do this and not know what the outcome will be. It's like everything I have to own up to my actions. It's like I'm putting myself out there like this, so I am completely open to everything, to everything that comes my way. And to like when you first put yourself out there like that, it's like there's that anxiety of like, here it goes, here I try, and you don't know what to expect. But like when people come back and are like, well, we respect what you do, that means a lot to me, and that's the type of things that keep me going forward. Keep moving forward. I can't sing it, but you know what I was trying to do. If not, that was Kid See Ghost Reborn. It's a good song. That song saved my life. So yeah, um, what happened this week? One cool thing was Danos Thanos on Instagram. He drew me. He drew me. I got my very first fan art, and he just sent it to me. He was just like, I don't know why I did this, but I did, and like, it was like a whiteboard drawing of me, and I don't know like why, but it just made me so happy because someone like out there just was willing to do that. Like, I'll draw you. I've had it done before, yeah, at an open mic, but like he did that for everybody. But like this guy, he just did it because he wanted to, and it like, moments like that's what that's what inspires me. Like when you're going in this career, you you don't know, like you don't know like what you, especially for me, like I don't know if I'm doing the right things. Like, I don't know if I'm taking chances. I don't know if I'm making the right moves. And when moments like when moments like that, when people create fan art for you, it's like those are the beacons of hope to let you know it's like okay, you're on to something. You're on the right path. It's not going to happen overnight. Success isn't going to happen overnight. But if you stay genuine, if you stay true to who you are, like people will connect with that, and that's where I'm at right now. Um, I'll admit it. Like I I I, I did a lot of soul searching this year. I had to do a lot of like why do I want to do comedy? And I think for the first time since I've since for the first time since I've started comedy, like these last 2 semesters, I kind of put comedy on the back burner because I just been focusing on just trying to get my degree, and now I'm starting to realize it's like okay, school's almost up, time to get back on the horse of just diving into comedy. Um, I miss it. I miss creating. I miss going to open mics every night. Not gonna lie, part of me feels comfortable like coming going to bed early. It's a nice feeling. It's very soothing, but I think I'm ready to to get back out there, to get back out on the horse. I talked to a lot of people about this, but I think I'll be moving to Atlanta once my schooling stops. Um, I just I've done San Diego. I've done LA. Don't want to be in LA just yet. Excuse me. I've done the Pacific Northwest. I'm in a position where I can pretty much go and choose to be wherever I want to be, and Atlanta feels like it's calling my name. I don't know. I could be just thinking the grass is greener on the other side. I think it's all about attitude. I'm just gonna have to try to have a positive attitude when I'm out there. Maybe I'll get more inspiration for the podcast. Maybe my mental health will kick into a different gear. I don't know. Dude, are my eyes even open right now? I'm not smiling and it doesn't even like God, I'm so Asian. What else happened this week? Um oh yeah. Um I don't know if I talked about this last week, and I apologize if I did, but part of the reason why I stepped away from the conversation of the debate, because people like were commenting as far as like why can, because I put that request out to interview Kanye myself, and people like responded to that. Some were positive about it, some people supported it, some people just questioned it. They're just being genuine. I didn't feel any hostility towards me at all. One person, Emily Allen, love her to death. She's such a beautiful soul. She suggested it sounded like I want to connect with people who are going through what I'm going through, and she's absolutely right. I'm trying to navigate this, and she recommended me going to a support group, and I agree with her. So, in due time, I will be on the lookout for those type of support groups. Um, I definitely want to do it. Like I think right now, like my schedule's kind of busy, but then I guess that's not putting priority on my mental health. Maybe I'll look into it tomorrow. I'll do that. I'll Google it, and then next week, like you'll wonder, even if you're listening at all, you'll be like, did he do it? And probably not. I got things to do. What else? Oh, so yeah. So going back, like I ended up reading this book called the DSM-5 manual, diagnosis of something mental health. It's a manual that goes over different types of mental disorders, and there's a chapter on bipolar depression, and everything within that chapter lined up with all of my actions. So I know I was diagnosed bipolar, but like part of me felt like oh, they're just crazy. That's impossible. Like there's no way I can be bipolar. And then reading the actual based off that book, yeah, I was textbook bipolar, and that that gave me a sense of peace. Like to like it gave me the answer. It's like oh, like everything that I went through, like that's it's been done before. People have done it before. I'm not like again. It's like I'm not alone, because there's also that part where you go through like a manic episode, and you feel like it's like a supernatural feeling. I can't like for me it was very spiritual. It was like all of the above. It was terrifying. It was it was crazy to go through that, and to like see like the definitions of. I'm being very vague because I don't have the book in front of me. Maybe I should have been more prepared. And if you have questions, feel free to shoot them away. But I've been asking for people for questions for some time now, and no one's asked one. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna keep asking. I'm gonna keep like requesting questions until someone finally decides to send one my way. But yeah, it was good to actually get a textbook answer, and like now I don't feel. I feel like I don't feel restless anymore. Like it's like, oh, okay, that's the answer. Now it's time to just take it each day at a time. Man, it's so mental health is crazy. Awesome choice of words there, Mike. I know I'm gonna go through another depressed episode. I know I'm gonna experience that maybe more likely tomorrow, but I know it will pass. Um, it's I think what I want to do moving forward is like I want to connect with more people. Like I don't want to just isolate myself away from everybody. I need to go out and interact with more people. That's something I'm going to work on, and that's why I need to go to a support group. So thank you, Emily, for doing that. Love you to death. As for me, hey, Sean is here. What's going on, Sean? Another TV viewer. Nice. Well, that's it for today. And that was a quick one. That was a quick one, but I just needed